Hey guys, greetings, Flamengo fans. This is Flamengo arriving here at the airport, man. I slept very little. Yeah, working until late at night, talking about Arrascaeta's situation. Yeah, we're gonna show the footage here now. I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, hit the bell, and leave that awesome like on the video. We're here with Haroldo's caravan. Everything went well, and you can also travel and support Mengan with us. It's amazing. I'll put it in the pinned comment and description. Remember, you can lose weight healthily with Mais Cabelos My Slim program, as well as other programs. There are programs, man, to recover, man. You'll recover from hair loss, everything, man. Look, there's an ExoMice treatment now where you can use the coupon MICE10 access our link. It's all there in the description and pinned comment. It's amazing. Now that the excitement from the game is over, the result was good. In Argentina, the draw, Flamengo can reach 16 points in the group, so it was really good. Regardless of anything, they tried everything to screw us over. They did everything to screw us over. The truth is, Flamengo played against everything and everyone. Flamengo played against 12. And it's important for us to say this. Piero Mazza and his whole team, all of them, it's the same team from that Palmeiras match, right? My cousin Hannah talked about this. It's the same team from the Palmeiras match, that Palmeiras match against Sporting Cristal, which ended up benefiting Palmeiras, a draw. But with Flamengo now, right, it's the opposite. What's going on, huh, CONMEBOL? And another thing, it's important for us to mention here, the same referee had different standards because he sent off Plata for that little thing. The racing player went to talk to him, and Plata was sent off, right? And yesterday, those two outrageous fouls, a scissor tackle, a flying kick on Royal, a stomp on Bruno Henrique's foot, it's absurd. It could have broken his leg. In other words, it's a disgrace. Those were two red cards. And the penalty on Royal, which was just like the penalty they're calling against Flamengo, they touched Royal, and he didn't call it. Three outrageous refereeing mistakes against Flamengo, three, man. Two send-offs and a penalty. They tried everything but couldn't succeed. Once again, Flamengo visits Argentina, gets a good result, and will lead the group. They will be the team with the most points in the Libertadores. They can do whatever they want and rig whatever they want, but it won't make a difference. Now, it's unbelievable, the referee and his team, Jose Retamal. Man, all those guys over there, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. So the refereeing team, right, that was officiating yesterday's game, is it the same team that officiated Flamengo's game? Flamengo, Palmeiras against Sporting Cristal. Sporting Cristal got a raw deal there. And man, how many times has this officiating crew already sent off a Flamengo player, even Plata, right? And Plata, it's worth remembering, was sent off against Estudiantes. Later, they even took back the card, right? They removed the card. But it's a similar situation, right, guys? So that's what I'm telling you. It's a similar situation. I mean, Flamengo is always being wronged in Argentina. It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Yesterday was absurd. And to top it all off, the biggest absurdity of all, Leonardo Jardim. Leonardo Jardim was sent off in an absurd, shameful way. I've never seen anything like this in my life. The guy got sent off because he tried to calm things down. It was the first time Leonardo Jardim had ever been sent off. The first time in his life. The press office told me that, the first one. This is shameful, and to make it worse, my friends, he was coming onto the field to calm things down because there was an argument between the players after that absurd play on Emerson Royal. Shameful on Emerson Royal, which outraged everyone. In fact, during the night, it didn't notify our video. I'm going to show this part of the video here. From the mixed zone videos, Danilo was outraged. Royal too. Royal was furious, saying, what does it take? Do they have to break his leg for it to count as rough play? It's shameful, my friends. It was crazy that they even sent Leonardo Jardim off, which makes what happened even more shameful, sending Leonardo Jardim off. But Flamengo still has 7 points. Now, the saddest news was about Arrascaeta. They say at least 45 days to recover because he's having surgery today, right? He's going to have a plate put in. So 45 days to recover. A fractured clavicle, right? Flamengo's best player and team star. That was bad. We need to get through this. Worst of all, the guy didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve to go through that. We're really sad to see Arrascaeta going through this. Yeah. In fact, let me bring you this information here. Look, here's the information about the surgery, okay? He will undergo surgery to repair the fracture in his right clavicle. Today, in Rio de Janeiro, the team responsible for the procedure will be made up of specialists Marcio Schaefer, Bruno Tebaldi, and also Fernando Sasaki, the head of Flamengo's medical department, okay? It's terrible. I have his jersey here. This jersey here is Arrascaeta's, okay? It's all very sad. We're going to follow Arrascaeta arriving in the early morning, footage by Angelo Furtado in partnership with us. Camila Bastian, Arrascaeta's wife. There are situations that can only be understood through the faith we place in God. We're waiting for you here, Daddy. To go through this recovery together. Thank you. Then she posted it here. It's moving, man. I was touched. I was touched because look at that. I was touched because I have a son the same age as Milano. 4 months, about to turn 5. Same time, they were basically born at the same time. And I know what Arrascaeta will go through with the problem with the fractured collarbone, not being able to hold his boy and everything else, and the pain he's feeling. Not just physical pain, but pain in general. It's very hard for him to make the World Cup. We believe and keep praying. God willing, he can still go to the World Cup. But it's really bad when this happens so close to the World Cup with less than a month and a half to go before the World Cup. And there's Montoro. There's the case of Montoro, who recovered in 41 days. It's possible that he will recover quickly too. Let's hope, let's pray, let's send positive energy to Arrascaeta. Because he deserves it. All right? Let's follow Arrasca's arrival at the Rio de Janeiro airport. Footage by Angelo Furtado. That's it. Thank you.
Flamengo's disembarkation has started. The players are heading to the bus area. Thank you. Arrascaeta is about to pass by. Look. Arrascaeta together with Flamengo's doctor. Coming over there, look. Great Sasaki, Dujambi, Arrascaeta passing by over there, and look. We're at the Jornal da Justiça Flamengo arrival. The voice doesn't match. Arrascaeta just passed by there to undergo surgery today, right? This morning. And we're here live from Galeão Airport. The crazy guys over there. Turning, Henrique is passing by. Leo Ortiz's teammate is passing by too, look. Luis Araújo. There's Lucas over there. Luis Araújo. Emerson Royal. Oh, here. Yeah. Oh. Pedro Guilherme is passing by back there to board the bus. Goalkeeper Andrew right there. Here, look. Just the Nigis, right? Samuel Nino. Guilherme Nino. Fullback Alexandro is coming, look. Guilherme. Danilo. Guilherme. The man who made a save. Did Flamengo get involved? No. Bye, Rossi. Bye. There's the director of football, Jose Boto, passing by as well. Good morning, Boto. Good morning, good morning.
Good evening. This is the same referee who officiated last year's Flamengo versus Racing match and sent off Plata. Do you think he lacked consistency?
Yeah, it's nothing against the referee, it's just a matter of consistency. That's exactly what you're saying. Yeah, the referees officiate one way outside Argentina and a different way here in Argentina. We know about the aggressiveness of Argentine teams, that aggressiveness is part of football. Violence is not part of football. And it's up to the referees to put a stop to that, right? It's nothing against the team just plays the way they're allowed to. Now, there are two clear cases for sending off, really clear, and the referee didn't give what he should have, which would have calmed the Argentines' momentum a bit, right? But, well, we're already used to that, and this is also a message so that this doesn't turn into a war. Our locker room looks like the players just came from a war, not a soccer game.
How is Jorge?
He's unwell physically and psychologically because of his condition.
What is the initial diagnosis and how long will it take?
I don't know, I'm not a doctor, right? But according to the literature and according to our doctors, it could be something that takes about 2 months.
Regarding the fracture, the medical department will run further tests tomorrow to...
We'll do one later so I don't make a mistake here because I'm not a doctor, right? The information we have is that it's a fracture. He's immobilized. Tomorrow, in principle, they'll see how it is, maybe do surgery, I don't know.
You talked about the expulsions, but there's controversy regarding the Estudiantes goal. How did you see the play? If the ball was...
I didn't see that play very well. I don't want to comment. Now I want to talk about two plays that are completely obvious. And one of them, like I said, Bruno didn't pull his leg back. It was really serious. And the referee didn't even give a yellow card. Not even a yellow. Royal's tackle from behind is a clear straight red. Any play like that deserves it. If the referee were officiating in Brazil or in Peru or in Chile, maybe he would have done it differently. That's all. It's because Argentine teams are very aggressive. We like that aggressiveness, but in moderation, right? So it doesn't turn into violence.
I was asking about the team situation because obviously looking at it, we could have won the game, the refereeing and everything else. But the result that Flamengo got in Argentina, with everything that happened and the position Flamengo is in within the group, the sadness, maybe because of Arrascaeta, but it's a result.
The result isn't bad, it isn't. The result isn't bad, we always like to win, and we could have the play that led to their goal. It's a mistake, it comes from our mistake that could have finished the game, right? It would have made it 2-0, but given the circumstances, and even because of our position in the group, it ends up not being a bad result. When you can't win and you can't manage to win, a draw is better than losing, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to us for a bit, please, really quickly.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, standing still.
Hey, Danilo, many mentioned a possible refereeing mistake, but I think the most important thing is to talk about it. A possible mistake?
No, a mistake, of course. A mistake, of course.
Thank you, thank you. But regardless, the team played good soccer, and it's a bad result to draw with so much interference, as they're saying, but Flamengo managed to get a result that keeps them at the top of the group, right?
The referee was way below the level of the match. It was a great show. The fans, the atmosphere, everything was wonderful, but the referee was way below. That being said, I appreciate the character of the team, the fight, the effort, and obviously we wanted to win the match. There's a bitter taste because of the draw, because we go anywhere to try to win. But as I said, I appreciate the character of the team and the fight. And unfortunately, Arrascaeta is also out, so I'm sending him my support. The group has to come together more and more to face this kind of situation. Of course, but guys, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? The guy jumped on Emerson's shin like that, just like that. The other defender, being malicious, went after Bruno Henrique and almost got hurt himself because he was being malicious. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Danilo.
Last week, a movement started in Brazil. Some journalists and the media were saying that usually Flamengo was favored, that any play involving Arrascaeta was considered a penalty. Do you think this movement already makes referees go onto the field with a certain bias, always looking at Flamengo with some negativity and being inclined not to call fouls? Even plays like, for example, Royals or Bruno Henriquez didn't even get a yellow card in.
That play involving Bruno Henrique?
Man, but it's hard for us to keep talking about refereeing because one day you're favored, the next day you're harmed. Look, it happens. I've already said it many times. When I was favored, when I was harmed, it happens. Now, there are things that are very clear. Like today, it's something clear, obvious. I mean, the play with Bruno Henrique, I'm not even asking for a straight red card. I'm asking for a clear, obvious, evident second yellow that anyone in the world would give a yellow card for, you know? Then you come here to talk about refereeing a game with a great atmosphere, real intensity, a Libertadores match that's wonderful to play in, you know? You also need to address refereeing, since the referee lacked the courage to give a card.
Davey, Boto talked a lot about the situation. It seemed like a war scene in the locker room. Royal man with a bleeding nose, with a bruise on his rib. Do you think Estudiantes tried to match Flamengo physically and that's why it turned into this game that, in Boto's words, was like a war scene?
No, but then, man, it was clashes, fights, hard hits. It's Libertadores in that sense. This kind of situation happens. But when it becomes something obvious, then we're going beyond a limit that harms the sport. And I say this to Flamengo and to any other team. This kind of play is obvious, guys. You can't miss a call like that. Thanks.
Thank you. No, obviously, as an Argentine coming to play in Argentina is always special. Afterwards, well, obviously the match leaves us with that slightly bitter feeling that we couldn't get the win. But it's important to be able to take it. It's good.
Is everything okay?
Do you think Flamengo gets stronger after the group stage?
No, beyond talking about getting stronger and all that. Obviously, the group stage ends up being more difficult, more competitive. Playing in the Libertadores is a competition where you have to have that kind of competitiveness.
Because it's a more aggressive game.
Where they allow more play, I agree.
I like that.
But there were a lot of unsportsmanlike actions today, especially the second yellow card for Pará. And also the interpreter who is with us.
Actually, the truth is, at least we're not going to get together for anything.
We remain the leaders
of the group.
The last one?
My last one, you have to defend the title. You, who played as a goalkeeper in Boca, do you think it's one of those that can fight for the title this year? Is it Boca Juniors?
That's your opinion, actually. We worry about ourselves because the rest of the teams know. It depends on that. Over to Agostinho.
Emerson, how are you? I'm good, sorry. I wanted you to talk a little about everything that happened in today's game, especially that play where you got hit with a scissor tackle from behind, right? We heard you have a bruise there. I wanted you to talk a little about today's game, maybe a game that was more aggressive than it should have been.
For me, like I always say, like I just said over there, if the game is aggressive in a fair way, I'm fine with it. I like that. That's how the game should be. But there were a lot of unfair actions today, especially that scissor tackle you mentioned. Thank God my foot wasn't completely on the ground because that could have caused a serious injury. And the referee only gave a yellow card. He didn't even go to the VAR to review the play. In the second half, I fell in the box, which I thought was a penalty. I didn't see the replay, but giving the penalty isn't just his decision. But after the play, I started running. The defender got in front of me, bumped me in the chest and assaulted me. They cursed at me while I was on the ground. Then I got up and still received a yellow card. So we get really upset because this ends up ruining the show.
The bruise looks really bad, Emerson. Can you show it to us? The bruise on your rib, they say you have a bruise there.
No, I'm fine. It hurts here. My leg hurts too. My neck hurts because the hit I took jerked my neck. It hurts, but that's part of it.
What did Abbott say to you there when you guys went to question him about the scissor tackle on you? What did he explain to you?
He told me that the player here didn't use excessive force for a red card. That's what I told him. Does a scissor tackle from behind have to break a leg to count as excessive force?
Thanks, Emerson. Thank you.
Emerson.